My name's Patrick Foley and this is my review of Shifting Tides for UK Film Review. This is a short drama film about an uncle and his nephew who are reunited after the death of the nephew's mother, uncle's sister, in a small remote fishing village. The uncle, Mitio, played by Yuri Angelov, is stuck in his ways. He sort of keeps up the traditions of the family that he was raised in, doesn't care much for modern sensibilities. Whereas the nephew, Kristian, is younger, is more modern, is used to a more metropolitan lifestyle, and his character, which is played by Yoan Popov, has returned into a place where he doesn't quite feel comfortable, but he does feel he has a goal, he has something to achieve, which is to care for his uncle. What he doesn't quite understand is why, or the purpose behind it. He just knows this is something that his mother wanted. And the film is about them coming together in this place that is sort of more home to Mitio. He's used to living there, but something Kristian has to find in his uncle, find a sense of rekindlement, both with who his uncle is and who he is. The theme of generational divide and sort of family trauma runs through Shifting Tides, and I was really impressed with its sense of empathy and its sense of heart. Yoan Petrov, the director and the writer, gives a really important sense of definition to each of the two main characters. You really get the sense that they're speaking in different voices from different worlds. They are very, very different people, different backgrounds, and it's those differences that make the sort of central quandary work, which is ultimately, can these two members of the same family ever find the sort of common ground that the person who they both knew, who is now gone, wanted them to have. Some of it is quite amusing, quite funny. The uncle's sort of attitude towards things like veganism or immigration will sort of elicit a bit of a laugh from sort of younger audiences who are used to maybe older relatives displaying similar kinds of views, and Kristian, for all of his sort of modern sensibilities, is generally quite respectful and still doesn't really manage to get anywhere with his uncle. But as the film explores its two characters at that bit of a slow pace, it does unravel and pick apart each character and find some real depth there that allows it to explore the themes of family divides in a really sort of powerful and moving way. And all this is helped enormously by the strength of the two leading performances. Yoan Popov as Kristian he's clearly quite a sort of reserved and quieter guy, but someone who does have a sense of purpose within the film. It's just that this purpose is almost misplaced. It's like he's driving but he doesn't know where he's going, and the performance of Popov really sort of captures that essence in his character, someone who's there to create a bond with his uncle but doesn't quite understand why. Whilst Yuri Angelov is a bit more of a prickly character, someone who is convinced in the sort of correctness of his ways, but also struggles to find that common ground with his nephew. It's his kind of the breaking down of his character as the film goes along, and some of the revelations that come out from as we spend time with him that make the film a much more sort of interesting narrative, as well as just an exploration of its theme. The film has some really high moments where the visuals are just really, really impressive. The one that stands out the most is the sort of pivotal sequences at the end of the film on the lake. There is the sense throughout that it's building up towards something to connection with the water. Obviously the town where they're meeting is a harbour town, and the scenes on the lake are where probably the biggest character development moments happen, and they're shot really, really impressively by Georgios Samis, who was the director of photography. Some of the scenes are a little slow and aren't necessarily helped by what I kind of deem as quite standardized camera work, and the narrative and the script isn't all that engaging in certain moments. Sometimes when a film is slow, it allows characters to build really, really well, and that is present in Shifting Tides. But there are also other moments where viewers might just kind of zone out a little bit and almost not really miss anything too pivotal as well, which is never that great of a sign. But these are few and far between. For the most part, the film is really, really engaging, and the emotional core that resonates throughout is always there and evident and explored by the director and the writer as well. So the moments where things are a little slower generally benefit that rather than detract from the experience of the film. So I think audiences will generally really enjoy Shifting Tides. It's an impressive, emotional short film that many people will be able to relate to.